here is how I created my network diagram with AWS, a VPC, we want an internet gateway, an EC2 instance in a public subnet with an elastic IP address, and a database in a private subnet, and some sort of a client to connect to AWS. So I'm using Lucidchart, which is an online diagramming application. I think you have a free trial for a couple weeks, but I went ahead and paid for the full version. So Lucidchart has some AWS icons integrated, and I went ahead and pulled those up to prepare myself to create this diagram. So here first, we're going to drag over the AWS cloud large environment here. And Lucidchart provides some guidelines to let you know when you've got it centered. So I'm going to give myself plenty of room here to build out this little network diagram. And second, I'm going to bring in a VPC, try to get that as centered as I can, and make that a nice size too, just so I can have some room to add as needed. Okay, my VPC. To that, I'm going to add an availability zone in my VPC. Make that nice size too. I want to make this big enough to put a couple of my subnets in here. Going to need subnet 1. Let's get that to a decent size. And grab another subnet here. Get that. Okay, let's bring that down a little bit. Maybe make that one a little bit bigger. So we want to put a database in our private subnet. And we want to put an EC2 instance in our public subnet. Bring that down a little bit, make it a little smaller so it fits in there a little better. Actually, I could probably, oh goodness. Diagramming takes a little bit of time to get used to, but I'm sure you guys will get it. Move you up now so we don't have as much crowding. Okay. So let's grab a little text box here. And then we're going to call this our public subnet. Let's make it so that we can see it. And then let's do it again for our private subnet. And we want to add an internet gateway. Let's find that. Internet gateway. Let's add him here. That's pretty big, huh? Shrink it down a little bit. And let's add a workstation to access everything here. And make that a little smaller too. Oh, that's probably good enough. And let's connect it. Well, let's bring this down to the gateway. And let's bring you up. Oh, and, oh goodness, and connect it to our client. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let's see. So I hope you were able to come up with something similar here. Let's attach our gateway to our public subnet here. Let's see. I built one earlier. Let's compare them. Oh, an elastic IP address. That's what we forgot. So let me get our elastic IP and add that here. Right there. We'll call that good. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. And maybe we'll make our VPC a little bit bigger. If you were able to complete this exercise, congratulations. I know diagramming isn't the easiest concept if you're not accustomed to it. So thanks for completing the exercise. And hopefully you came up with a diagram that looks a little something like this.